Barella bomb from Liverpool. Liverpool will pay a hefty sum to recruit Inter Milan's star midfielder Nicolo Barella. The 25-year-old's current price tag is £75 million. However, according to some sources, this price is the lower limit. It is said that Inter Milan may ask for a price of up to £100 million. It is known that Liverpool are interested in Barella not only during the current summer transfer window, but also before joining Inter in 2020. Nicolo Barella also has a desire to play football in the Premier League one day. However, the eye-watering transfer fee may interrupt these dreams. Thiago Alcantara suffered an injury in the 52nd minute of Saturday's Premier League match against Fulham in the first week of the Premier League, and the Spaniard was forced to step aside. According to the latest information, it is said that the Spanish star will be away from the field for 2 months. This was a development that made the Liverpool midfield hell. As it is known, Liverpool's midfield is considered weak by many, and almost half of the players on hand are injured. With the injuries of Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Curtis Jones, Keita and Thiago, there is no midfield alternative in the palm of hand, and Klopp may already have a headache. Although the German coach expressed his satisfaction with the players at every opportunity and argued that there was no need for a transfer, things really changed this time. Thiago Alcantara's injury over the weekend has put pressure among fans to bring in a new midfielder. Barella, which Liverpool are interested in, is at the top of many fans' wish lists. It's easy to see why. The star midfielder who won Euro 2020 with Italy has all-round features in the middle of the park. His never giving up the fight was praised by Jürgen Klopp, and the German coach described him as aggressive. Barella is a player with many different virtues beyond pressure. It has features that can affect both aspects of the game. The power he adds to the team both in offense and defense is visibly noticeable. Reds boss Klopp, who faced Inter in the Champions League last season, described the Italian player as first class. Barella could not play in these 2 games. But if he could, perhaps his transfer would have taken place at the beginning of the summer after an outstanding performance against Liverpool, as with Darwin Nunez. However, this is unlikely to deter Liverpool. The quality is clear, and a midfielder who can play both games will definitely add energy and firepower to Anfield's midfield. The price is really high, but the negotiations will definitely bring this price down. Inter is currently short of cash, and Barella is one of the team's most valuable assets. FSG could make another record transfer attempt. Spanish wing to Liverpool. Liverpool have been interested in Spanish international and Villarreal winger Jeremy Pino for some time now, and the latest news is intriguing. The Reds and Arsenal are preparing to bid to sign the 19-year-old playmaker, Spanish media reported today. The players' club thinks that an offer will come soon. Spanish news sources stated that they expect a £34 million bid to be made by either Liverpool or Gunners for the valuable assets of the El Madrigal team. Such an offer would solve the La Liga club's economic problems, as it would be one of the highest signings in the club's history. Villarreal has faced situations like this before, and the Madrid-based outlet claims they'll let Pino make the final decision. In 2011, Malaga and Santi Cazorla agreed on a €21 million deal, and last year a €50 million offer was accepted for Pau Torres from Tottenham. The difference was that Cazorla decided to leave, while Torres chose to stay and play in the Champions League. As such, a £34 million offer from Liverpool or Arsenal will reportedly be accepted, with the young winger deciding whether he wants to leave or stay. Liverpool lack depth in their large offensive positions, as there are no one good enough for Mohamed Salah and Luis Diaz. Against Fulham, in the second half, the Colombian player was naturally replaced by a central offensive midfielder, Fabio Carvalho. Pino is primarily a right winger, but can also play effectively on the left wing and even as a secondary forward. Under the guidance of Unai Emery in the 2021-2022 season, the young player directly contributed to 11 goals by making 7 goals and 4 assists in all competitions. Last season, he took part in the Champions League for the first time in his career, and unlike Arsenal, Liverpool could offer him a chance to play in Europe's elite competition this season. Do you think the Reds should act to get Jeremy Pino's autograph? Jürgen Klopp may finally sign the rising star for €59 million, which Pep Guardiola calls one of the best players in the world. Liverpool may move for one of their midfield goals after midfield injuries. Is it finally time for Matheus Nunez to act? The Reds are currently missing Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Curtis Jones, Thiago and Naby Keita, and the top 3 are absent for at least another month. With fans requesting a midfield boost, the club may return to its long-term goal Nunez, which has a contract with Sporting until 2026. Is it finally time for the £49 million midfielder to act? A player that Pep Guardiola calls one of the best players in the world has been drawing attention for the last few seasons. A unique midfielder, Nunez is a gifted dribbler and progressive player, which is reflected in his stats, which show he's above the 95th percentile for tackles completed and fouls won, according to Squawka. He also ranks in the 82nd percentile for pressures per 90 with 22.68 and in the 99th percentile for dribbles completed. He would be a demon in Klopp's midfield with his all-action displays. Defensively, his biggest strength is his pressing, but he also registers in the 72nd percentile for clearances, as well as offering 2.13 tackles, 1.59 interceptions and 1.42 blocks per 90 as well. He is still only 23 years old and started 31 games in the league with Sporting last year. Being a stable and young player made him stand out. Signing him will give Liverpool extra depth of midfield as well as the extra quality needed in big games. He currently stands out as one of the best in the Portuguese league, and Liverpool have signed Luis Diaz and Darwin Nunez from Portugal in the last 7 months. It is said that the Reds may visit the Portuguese market again this summer. According to the latest news from the Portuguese press, the Reds are preparing to knock on the door of the Portuguese club with an offer of £49 million. It is said that Matheus Nunez is looking forward to Liverpool and that he will play in the Champions League, aiming for the top of the league convinced him. And the player turned down the offer of €11 million from Wolves, as he was waiting for Liverpool. So the bottom line is that the player is eager to play for Liverpool. It just depends on whether Liverpool make an offer for a player who will be hugely successful at Merseyside.